Good morning. It's very early in the morning again, and once again, I'm just sort of going out and wandering around for a bit as I'm building up my bow skill and gathering supplies, or rocks in this case, to build kind of the wall sort of situation that I've got going on at one of my places here. I've been going to New World, because that's basically where I've got most of my stuff right now. But I've been hitting each of the little worlds that I have here, just to kind of try and find rocks and whatever. We're going to go back to New World this time, I think, and just see where I'm at, because I'm not quite sure where I'm at, or where I stopped last time. Oh goodness! Good morning. This will probably be a fairly short run. I'm basically just doing sort of sharing what I'm doing, because I was telling Nandy B that this is when I tend to, I'll be off wandering around doing something, and then suddenly the troll, and I realize sometimes people are missing when the exciting stuff happens, because I was minding my own business when suddenly there it was, and so. I just thought, well, I'm going to try and start sharing some of those moments a little more often. And what I may do is come through in some of these very early morning walk-arounds. I might come in and edit out the exciting part and share that part with people if it happens. Now, if it doesn't, that's okay too, because really all I'm trying to do is build up skills right now. Let's take a moment to take a look at where we're at on that. I'm pressing Y on my Xbox controller, and come over here. We'll get past the compendium and choose the skills. And I have got a jump 33 now. My fists are up at 12. They were 10 yesterday, but I believe, well, maybe 11, but I've kind of brought them up because I realized, I don't have any of that building up, because I haven't been using it much. The run is up to 28. The blocking is now at 11. That was at 10 the other day, because I thought to myself, I should be using my shield a little bit more often, so I started doing that a little bit. Axes is at 31. Sneak is at 26. Wood cutting is at 46. Swimming is at 12, because I've started swimming around just a little bit, trying to take advantage of the water that is kind of around my area. My bow is at 23. Knife at 12, which I haven't done anything with that. I haven't been carrying it around with me. The truth is, I just haven't. I look at my inventory space, and I'm like, well, how much inventory space do I have, and how much does it weigh, that sort of thing, and I just haven't included the knife and spear among my collection of things to be carrying around. At some point, I may change my mind, but I'm trying to focus on, making sure I have 3 main weapons that I'm using, and right now, that's my axe, my stag hammer, and my bow. And those are the main weapons that I'm carrying around at this time. Alright, workbench. And I am just doing some quick repairs, because I have been out running around doing stuff a bit, but not a lot. Alright, so we're going to close the door. Oh, I am on my main, what I consider my main base here. Now, when I go finally and fight Xthayer, and I get access to the thing that allows me to chop up the rock, I'm at the pickaxe. I'll start getting some of the things that I need to start making a portal, and that will shorten some of the runarounds that I've been having, at least as far as location is concerned. So that will actually be really nice. And as you can see, right now I've got some places here that are basically Almost fully. I've got a full round here. Almost. Almost. Where I got a fairly smooth walk around, mostly, kind of, sort of. I do know the deer has been coming, and the other day I came in and they were under the shelter here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and maybe take a moment while it is not over here and put on a roof and fix this up a little bit so that it has shelter to walk into. And I've seen it in here doing shelter kind of things. So if I have the wood, which I do not, so but it will give me something to do here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go walk across here since I can. And the perch coming and teasing me. Whoa, hello, bit. Really, I ought to consider naming this poor thing, but right now it's just running scared because we can't actually train the deer, which I find, I don't know. I just think that's something we should be able to do. If we're going to have it that close to us, we got to be able to throw down food and train it. In fact, I might take a moment, put down some raspberries just to see what happens. But, I take advantage of the workbench being close. One thing I found interesting, that these wooden fences here, they don't degrade. They have not degraded so far. So everything else, the weather has just, you know, chopped a bit at it, but the fences, they don't degrade. The doors do. I don't know why that is. It's just, I mean, like I said, that's just something that kind of got my attention a little bit. But okay, whatever. Let me see if I have got wood in here. Yes, I have loads. There we go. I really don't have a lot of stone because I've used it all, but that's okay. What's the point of having a lot of wood if you can't use it? Yep. I don't need that much, I'm sure, to put a little bit of roof in, but we're gonna do it anyway, so. Or take it with us anyway. Now let's go alarm the deer again. Okay. Yep. I won't leave the workbench here. I'm just putting it here so that I can fix things up. I'm not trying to do anything else than that, and then I'll take it off after I've got everything fixed up. Because we're basically just affirming that this is the deer shed. I've seen it hiding inside here, and so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it can get shelter. It obviously was seeking. I'm busy. It's rallying the creatures of the forest while they can't reach me up here, so then rally all at once. giving it a... I don't think I have anything in here, so I'm just going to go ahead and break that chest up because there's no reason to have it there. That way the little deer can have the whole space for itself. There we go. There we go. All right. See if there's any rallying going on down here. There's no way for them to come in anymore, so they can't even come in here to, quote, rally. This is actually a fairly secure space now. And the rally is over for all of that. And the deer is way over there, running around. And, yeah, that was all that was. So, alright. I gotta put the wood away. And I think we're gonna take a moment and maybe go on a walkabout. Certainly, I was able to do all that without having any food on me, which is maybe not the wisest thing, but not the worst either, so. Alright, there's that. That. Anything to add to that? No. Alright. Can't sleep because it's midday. But I can't eat, so let's do that. Let's take a moment. I've replenished my food stock a little because I've been hunting the deer and picking up raspberries and mushrooms wherever I find them, so I'm kind of in a better place food-wise than I was. I'm pressing Y and then X to feed myself here. I should have focused more on stamina, but I've actually focused a bit on the health. If you do like 2 meats and the honey, you'll get like kind of a balance that weighs a little more towards health than stamina. The stamina is not going to be quite as high, but either way it's fine. Really, when you're kind of running around the forest, I suppose it's a good idea to have a higher health, I suppose, but either way is fine, is I guess my point. Alright, so I'm going to take the path that I made here, and I'm going to go check up on my other little camp this direction. Because it's been a little while since I've been this way. And I'm full and hold on to the bow, I think, because I can. And let's pick up the branch while we're on the way. Get a branch. And we'll take the mushrooms out of the path here. The one thing I do love about New World is that I have all this food that's just kind of on the road as I walk around, and that entertains me quite a bit. That just sort of comes back, and so then it's a matter of picking it up as I go along, and also kind of making sure the saplings aren't right on the road. At some point I'll come through maybe and clear out some of these bigger trees too, but it's just like maintaining the road along the way, since I don't have portals and this is my main way of getting around. Alright, let's see, I'm obviously coming at this at the wrong angle. There we go. Okay. You notice how the stone is just a little bit different. I think that's because that's where I've either hit it or it's stretched differently around here. Oh. That little grayling that was coming by, I obviously wasn't paying attention to that was there. Or just missed its growling at me. That's what it might do. is I haven't noticed any sound on here. It says the mic is on. I could have been talking this whole time and y'all might not be hearing me. I can't tell sometimes. Oh, now I hear sound. You might not have heard sound for the last little while. In which case I am so sorry. I have both my, on the sound, I have both the mic sound and the TV sound going, and sometimes I don't always hear it when it's off, so. Oh, I guess we will find out. You may have missed all the things I was talking about earlier, in which case I am sorry. But this was just a relaxed walkabout anyway, so that's alright. There's some audio there. I definitely heard it there, so. It's been a little while since I've been up here. Not carrying any food with me to cook, but it's nice to have a little light. I don't have a lot to fix because that was just a little bit of tussle there. Ooh, I do have a lot of wood in there. That's a little bit of rock. Oh, hey, this is good. Oh, had encounters up this way. That's also kind of good to know. Alright, well, cool. And the reason I said that I've had encounters this way is that, aside from there being in the Black Forest just right here, and I'm like, you know, anytime you come by the Black Forest, there's going to be something. I had like the dwarf head and the skeleton head, which is a good indicator that I've had a few battles going on. Oh, hello guys. Sitting there slapping at me, but my health is good, so I wasn't too worried about it. The stamina is a little shorter, so I can't hold the bow quite as long, but that's alright. I can see they've gotten up to a bit since I was away, which means the fire at this building has gone down, because I'm pretty sure I put one down. I generally do when I have a building that I'm kind of watching here. Yep, there it is. So I've just gotten brave because I've been away, that's all. Let's take a look and see if anything come up here. Oh. Now, when it rains, and it will, and it does, it'll actually stamp out the fire just a little bit, because I don't have a roof on this thing. But that's also something that I can change right now, because I am carrying around a little bit of wood. And that'll protect the fire from dying out. There we go. And then, yeah, that should help a little bit. Sorta. Except I put the fire in the middle of nowhere here. How very interesting. Okay, so what were you thinking with that one? Actually, I know what I was thinking. The nice thing is the fire is kind of like, I guess, one of the few things that you can build without without a workbench. You just have to have 5 stone and enough wood to do it. I'm gonna, because it is turning into evening, I'm gonna head back down to my little house here. And then kind of snooze the time away and come back in when it's daytime. So I don't have to deal with the nonsense of having a lot of creatures out after me while it's nighttime. Right. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Let me see if I can get onto the Twitch account on my iPad real quick, because if you have been stopping by to say hello, I may have missed you. Well, I do see somebody stop by, and hello to you. I hope you're enjoying. And carry on. I usually try to fix up my arrow and everything before I head, or not arrow, but my bow and the hammer and anything that's been used during the day. It's probably being overcautious, but the little white line there in my inventory tells me when something's been used or attacked, and I can just come in and use my workbench to repair it if I have enough repair power. I have the chopping block and the workbench, and generally speaking, that's all I need right now to repair the things I'm carrying around. There may come a time when I need to have more than that, in which case I will add more. Go. Here's a deer around me. And they certainly are seeing me first. That noise means they're being chased by the gray dwarfs, or they've seen me and have run off, and that's okay. I mean, I'm not really here to. I'm not here to not hunt, but at the same time, I'm not too worried about it right now. There's the building I was at just a little bit ago. And here is the this building here. This is a Vedrasir the Elder. Oh, which is way over yonder. I'm not even close to it yet. But, we have now marked where it's at. I haven't even fought Ekathir yet. And it looks like it is probably over the water, unless this continent somehow extends all this way. So good to know, right? So at some point I will have to actually try and figure out how to navigate the water. Not a bad deal, just saying. Alright, this is just a workbench in here, nothing too serious. Alright. And there's snowy weather over here, which is why I haven't gone much farther here, is because it's cold, and I am not ready to encounter wolves. I don't mind encountering many things, but wolves I do not need to deal with, I think. Another reason I kind of like using the bow right now is it's quieter than the hammer. If I use the hammer, there is a shockingly good chance for trolls to kind of show up and be upset at me. And while I don't mind as much running away from trolls as I used to, I just don't feel like the drama is worth it if I don't have to. Oh, hello, Shaman. The shaman kind of wanders around. My health is good enough right now that, again, I was kind of able to shrug that off. Now, if I had not eaten before I came, we'd be having a whole different discussion. Ooh, I don't think I've been here before. I have not. Cool beans. Well, let's see. I don't necessarily have to cover. Let's see what I'm carrying around with me right now. I don't necessarily need to carry around these eyes. These berries. I mean, at some point I'm going to want them, but I'm going to take the gold and the, I'll leave the flint arrows here, but I'll keep the feathers on me. I have 100 flint arrows, so I'm not too worried about my arrow situation right now. Just kind of doing a walk along the snow, just kind of testing and checking out my boundaries here. Pick up some stone along the way. Just make sure I have at least 5 with me. These tall trees here are pine, and these are likely to have core wood, which can make things better, because you can at least make a bench to sit on or chair. You need fine woods to make chairs, I think. But core wood is fun to have too. And while I don't necessarily want to make a bunch of noise, I don't mind chopping some pine trees around here. I notice there's a dwarf down that way. He's having a little hard time getting up here. But he'll still get up here. Yeah, come on up. Okay, now that over there is another one of the dwarf fortresses there. Yep. Moment to chow down here. Throwing rocks at me because it's unhappy that I'm here. And that is their arsenal, essentially, rocks and stuff. Boy, it's just causing me to slide around down here. There's a skeleton over there and a skeleton up there. Let me see if I can get back behind this tree here. There we go. Stop falling. We're going to shoot at each other here for a minute. Press X here. Now the advantage I have is I have fire. And skeletons are just you know, prone to being set on fire anyway. So I got 2 ways of dealing with these skeletons. There's that one's gone. I can bring out the hammer and hit them hard because they are also vulnerable to clubs. But the hammer is noisy, and that would just upset the neighboring troll if there is one. Hey, I got bones. I'll take that. Well, I don't want those bones to come back up, so I may have to take a moment and make a workbench. I have enough wood to do so. One workbench. And since I'm here, fire just for fun and protection. There we go. Troll over there. You obviously heard me fighting the Grey Dwarves earlier, but I'm far enough down right now it's not really seeing me, so we're just gonna keep on going down then. Alright, now let me take a look at where I'm at on the map. Alright, I'm on the other side over here, but if I just sort of walk along here, I'm going to get back to my small haven there. So that's what we're going to do. To this evening, and I should be able to get home pretty quick if I just follow the water here. Yeah. All right. Okay. Oh, it's the wild boar. This is the boar stone right there. So I guess what I might do is mark it out. All right, let's go for a walk. I think that's a level 2 neck. I don't think I have ever seen one of those. That's a grayling. Goodbye. the axe. Put it on the map. That's buried. Just walking. Here. Thing about swimming and rain is that they kind of come out and get in force. Right. Following the trail back home. There we go. I've seen this over here. Well, I have just ran out of fuel there. Boris a bit upset by the storm, or there's a grayling around somewhere. Running back and forth over there, or it might have been the fact that I lit something on fire, or don't like fire, so if it was close by when I did it, I just set it off. Getting close. Oh dear. Hey, you. I was gonna get that bird. Now I'm probably. Oh, I might still be able to get the bird. Alright, just a second. Birds they're kind of downed during the rain. And so they're technically speaking easier to get. That I was having trouble because it's basically heading up rather than down, and so I just wasn't giving it enough spool and distance there. And now we are back at the house. Look, here's a stick. You remember how I cleared off the sticks from the road? There's going to be more down. I think this is about where I'm going to stop, I think. Had a few nice little punch-ups, and I've wandered around a bit, but I think we're at a good place to just pause for a moment. Maybe not. Maybe I'll go get that bird. Ah, no. I will not get that bird. Ooh, I'm glad to be back. No, that might kind of make more chests. So I'm going to put on this little board here. So furniture. here, and a bone. Skeleton trophy. Gray dwarf eyes. That put there. Here. May take the stone and wood and go ahead and put it back. Just taking them out of the pocket for now. So let's put the gold in the treasure chest here. Starting to accumulate quite a bit of gold here. At some point, I am going to encounter the guy that sells stuff. I don't quite remember what he's called, but I'll encounter him, and I'll be sure happy to have that I have all that gold. But I have not yet encountered that. So I don't know when that'll actually be. That's okay. At the spawn point, head to bed, and we're going to call this the end. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of the night. And we'll see you again. Bye.